What up? What up? What up, world?
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome to the show. We're gonna let some heads get up in here real quick, real quick. This is volume 56. Y'all see our guest below me.
Tye Cooper, man.
It's Tye Cooper.
What up? What up?
Grind mode O motherfucking G.
Yeah.
Share the live, please. Everybody share.
Real shit.
Please, let's let a couple more people get up in here real quick. How's everybody's night going? Drop a comment.
Yo, what up, Justin Cree? What up, Derail? What up, I Be Bumping?
Thank you, Johnny. I'm gonna need your help with that tonight, probably.
I got you. And
you
guys know how it is. Like, drop your questions for Tye inside the chat. We will get to them eventually.
Hell yeah.
For sure. All right, guys. I'm gonna play the little commercial, and we're gonna come back and get into the interview. I just got to, guys, I had a little setback the past couple of weeks. I'm working with my phone, and y'all know how I am with the buttons. If you're a regular here watching Behind the Grind, all my homies, y'all know the deal. You know how I'm always having a hard time with the buttons. Well, now, even more so, baby. Even more so. Because why? I'm working off the Samsung Galaxy, and I got to do what I got to do.
That sounds like a this episode of Behind the Grind is part 2 part by
Samsung. Yo, Samsung, holler at your boy for the sponsorship.
Samsung, they gotta cut the check for that one, man.
Let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. All right, guys. Yes, sir. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Trip B. This is my co-host,
Johnny Concepts.
And this is Behind the Grind, volume 56, featuring the homie Tye Cooper. Tye, what's good, man?
What it do? What's going on? GME, you know the vibes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And,
so, guys,
before we get started, Justin Cree just said, I don't think I've heard Tye music yet. Well, you're gonna learn all about Tye today.
Shout out to Justin.
He's actually one of my favorite artists from Rhode Island. I don't know if I've ever told you that, but you are. So you're gonna be in for a lot of information, Justin. So definitely stay notified.
Stick around, Justin.
Stick around.
Stick around, my friend. Stick around. We actually, which is kind of cool because, so we have some older verses of Tye's from the Grind Mode Cypher. But if you guys want to hear what he's been up to lately and want to hear some more newer and current stuff, we're gonna send you over to his YouTube right after this, so you guys can go run up his YouTube numbers, drop a subscription if you like what you're hearing, and all that good stuff.
Everybody that's tapped in. On my only request is let's subscribe it up.
That's it. So
I'll take it from there.
That's it, man. That's what we're gonna do. So yeah, stick around, Justin. Guys, what do you think? Should I get into the verse, Johnny, or you want to do the how did we find hip hop question?
Yeah, let's just start. Let's just do some questions first, and then we'll split up some time with the verses. You know how we like to do it. So
let's go. All right, so Tye, man. Obviously, fucking, you're a dope ass artist. Your genre is hip hop music. You make all types of different flavors of hip hop music, obviously. But you know, was hip hop something that was always in your house coming up as a child, or was hip hop something you found later in life growing up?
It was always in my house. It was a blend. It was a perfect blend of hip hop and like R&B, and as well as like Motown, that Marvin Gaye and like Mary Wells, Smokey Robinson era. So it was like the soul music, the Soul Town era has a lot to do with my my musical taste.
I think you can tell that.
Yeah, my mom played a lot of R&B music in my household. I lived with my mom growing up, and I only lived with my dad when I was in middle school by like 7th grade. But like my dad is like the gritty side of hip hop, and like my mom is like the soft Mary J. Blige, Anita Baker, Patti LaBelle, that kind. So it's like a perfect fusion the way I grew up.
Still, What side would you think so you think you took to it as like a perfect blend, or do you think you gravitated more towards a certain side?
It was both because my mom and dad, their influence on like music for me was it was pivotal because I grew up listening to like Project Pat and stuff like that. Like I got family from Memphis, Tennessee, which is kind of like if I like my hip hop family, if I was to like say like I got family members in 3-6 Mafia. Like a lot of
Oh,
people don't
cool.
know that.
Mm,
You know
that's
what I'm
dope.
saying? So
That's
like
super.
my roots like early on like has just it spans from like early 112 to like to that like down south. So like I can't say I'm more into the music my dad listened to more than the music my mom put me onto. That's why I said it's like a perfect blend. Yeah.
So from that, when did you start making music yourself? Like when did you start to feel more like musically inclined and writing and rapping, or like I don't know if you do anything else other than that, but how did you get into that?
Actually, Johnny, can we hold off on that for a second? And I want to ask him, like, before you got into writing and wanting to delve into the artistry of it, like, who were some influences you had that you were like really vibing to and listening to out of maybe some of the names you mentioned your mom was listening to, or some guys that you found on your own?
Like artist wise, you mean?
Please, yeah.
Um Slick Rick,
Mm,
Rakim, Eric B and Rakim. My mom used to play that album a lot.
mm.
Um who else?
That's your boy Lingo's favorite artist right there, Mr. Rakim.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the man. Who else was like Master P, Silk the
Oh wow.
Shocker, like Mystical and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Ludacris,
How dare you not say Juvenile?
Juvenile, yeah. I was listening to all the Cash Money, No Limit. Like I was very big on that as a kid, like No Limit and stuff. Like my
Yeah.
favorite rapper, one of my favorite rappers is everybody's worst and least favorite rapper, and that's Silk
So,
the Shocker.
so
And people would be like, "Yo, Tye, for real? Like Silk the Shocker, bro?" I'd be like, "Bruh." I was sold off of the movie Hot Boys when he acted. So I was
right,
like, he reminded me of myself. I have more of a personal connection than the musical connection.
right,
So
okay.
yeah, I was listening to that, like Christina Aguilera growing up too, for
Wow.
sure. That was in the mix of like growing up inspiring. Shine.
Shine Poe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope,
Yeah.
man.
That's what's up, though. So yeah, I have to agree with the others that say about Silk the Shocker, man. I don't know.
I do wanna before we get into onto Johnny's question, but like shit. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, that's the whole thing why like I love doing behind the grinds and shit like that, and like heading out to shows, even when I was really hitting the scene hard and performing 2-3 times a week. It's like I'm gonna go hit this show just to show face and have people see my face and stuff like
That
that.
was
So
it.
and
That was it for me.
like you said, you had the personal connection, and that's what really did it for you. And I feel like that's what these like behind the scene interview type things do, and VIP meet and greet type things, and just being at a show and showing face around the city and out of town and stuff can do for an artist. So thanks for joining us, bro.
I'm super happy to be, because I remember we was talking about maybe around the cannabis cup, maybe we was talking about getting on the behind the grind vibes, and this kind of reminds me of VH1's Behind the Music.
Yeah,
Gives me that vibe. So like,
yeah.
I was definitely looking forward to this because of like the nostalgia of like Thursday, throwback Thursday, so to say. So to be having a
Right.
throwback conversation on Throwback Thursday, that shit means a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I never even really looked at it like that either, but that's real talk.
Yeah,
It's like,
we just so happen to be
yeah,
doing an interview on a Thursday that's
right.
considered Throwback Thursday. So,
Yeah.
my Facebook memories be having me like remember to be humble and to like be grounded, because like even like today I did an interview with the homie Chris Fane, who's a producer from Providence, and we was on his Third Shift platform, and we was talking about the ground up and the grind and shit. And I always whenever I talk about the beginning stages and the journey, I always mention grind mode. I always start with lingo, opening that door. I want to say more like, I want to say shout out to Lengo for parting the sea.
Mm.
You dig? Because
How
not
was
only
it?
did he part the sea for me, but he parted the sea for y'all as well.
Mm.
And so many others, and he's still doing it. And like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm super thankful for that.
Yeah.
And,
Real
and,
talk.
like I want to say something too. I want to say like we're super thankful of you for coming on here too, because like you're from me just like following you on social media, like I can see like all the things that you're doing, and the fact that you even come back here and chill with us and want to do this, I think is great because then you have some people that like start to really take off, and then they kind of, I don't want to say forget about the local scene, but like they kind of stray away from it, and then I don't know. So like certain people don't really show love to the local scene, but it is what it is. But I want
Yeah.
to thank you for doing that because and really not forgetting your roots.
Mm.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm super I'm like I remember I always wanted, I feel like my success story attributes to like not forgetting where I came from. So regardless of like where I go with what I'm ultimately trying to carry out in this lifetime, I would like to look back before that last gasp or whatever you call it. I would like to look back in the moment's time and be like, yo, I did exactly what I set out to do.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So, and I would like to get to a place, or that place that I'm desiring of. I see myself in that place where like I can think back where I started, who I started amongst, and the camaraderie that's still present. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to be still considered A1 and the same guy since he started at
Right.
that place in life. So I think that's really successful when you really just like, when you could walk out of a room or not be in a room and they're still speaking highly of you.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it talks a lot about your character. Yeah, I honestly, guys, a lot of you watching the show and the newer generation of fans and MCs alike and producers and whatnot, y'all might not know Tye on a personal level, or as when he was rocking with Grimo Cypher, he was Messy Tye, and that's what his stage name was back then. So
Yeah.
I don't know a person that could say a bad word about this man, to be honest. And I don't know, and that's behind his back, in front of his face, in a secret private chat. It's anywhere you could think of. I don't think I've ever seen a person say a negative word about you. I want to put that out there too, because you know that speaks a lot about somebody's characters. Like when you look in every corner of the scene and you can't find one individual to fucking speak ill upon you, it's like it's speaks highly of you, man. So kudos.
And that goes to back to what I just said. It's like I look forward to keeping that same rapport with not just the people and the environment I grew up with and amongst, but also the on a national scale.
Mhm.
I feel like I mean, you can't please obviously everybody,
Mm.
but I do look forward to just having a solid rapport and reputation all across the globe. And I feel like, when considered being called Messy Tye, you would think like there's so much you could say about a person by that name, but I don't think, people didn't really know what that even stood for all these years. After
Okay.
all these years, and I changed it back in 2019 of October. That was when I officially changed my stage name from Messy Tye to Tye Cooper. And we can talk about that whenever you want. But like,
For
it's
sure.
just like, I'm super thankful as like, just to think back, like, wow, like still Tye.
Right. Yeah, the anchor is still there and shit. So, which is cool because it bridges the fans as well. Like you can bring the Messy Tye fans right along with you onto your journey as becoming Tye Cooper now. That's a
That's
cool thing.
exactly what happened. Because usually people think like when you change your name, you gotta like reinvent yourself.
Right.
But if you were being yourself the entire time, you could call yourself anything, and
Right.
Right.
that transformation you're craving for is already gonna happen on its own naturally.
That's
Fact.
dope. Now, before we get into like the name change, I think that'd be cool to talk about and the motivation behind that. But let's get back to Johnny's question and be like, so you know, you mentioned some names before, like Rakim and the Dirty South movement, mainly No Limit and shit like that. And, you know, what made you decide like, all right, I want to start penning some shit?
Third grade. In third grade, I was 7, turning 8, and because my birthday's in October, I was like the youngest always starting off in the school year. So I remember third grade year, that was like word of mouth, Ludacris, and like I said, No Limit and Chicken Head, Project Pat.
Yeah,
I remember that shit vividly, and I remember like being in English class, and I had like several journals, but like there was not one journal where like I would start at the back of the journal. I would go all the way in the back so that my raps that I would write were nowhere near the schoolwork.
right.
And I would
Okay.
have to turn the books in. So like somehow, some way they would like the teachers that I had would refresh me about the things that I was writing at the end of my journal. And it's like, well, I had like mad pages in the front. I don't even know how they made it their business to look at it. But then again, as a kid, I didn't really care. It was just more like a self-expression. I just cared so much about the rhyming pattern. Like Mace is one of my favorite rappers. And one thing I've always appreciated about Mace is that he didn't really always have to curse. And he was super cool with like writing about women and like R&B vibrations. And like I feel like he made sure everything he said rhymed. And I was like, yo, I want to be that dude. I'm not trying to be Cat in the Hat now, but I want to be that motherfucker that like could rhyme every time like you hear me. I want to get to a supreme being in my fucking delivery and trajectory to where like everything I'm saying not only makes sense, but it rhymes. And for years, I was not really as good as I am now, but I always felt in every beginning stage we're going to get to the bottom of, I've always felt every level and pinnacle that I've hit as a creative and as an MC. I always felt like I wasn't as good as I was or as I thought I was in that moment.
Right.
But I always had the fucking charisma and the
Yeah.
heart and that shit that really inspires you to be like, okay, I may not sound as good as I feel like I am, but I know I'm getting better.
Facts.
But it took a long time to get to that supreme level of like that mentality, that Mamba mentality, if that makes sense. So third grade, bro, is the beginning of all because English class, I was the young kid. Rap City, the basement was a fucking staple. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I used to get my hair cut every other week. And my mom would have me and my brothers. I got 4 brothers and 2 sisters. And we would be at the barbershop, Atomic Salon. I still go to the same barbershop too, where we would watch Rap City, the basement. And I remember when Uchi Wally came on the Rap City, like for the first time from my eyes, I'm like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was super connected to it. And like, I was not good, but I was like writing as if like I understood what I was talking about. And I was rhyming like a motherfucker, but I had no substance. But like the heart, the pure, there was, you know, it was pure.
You were fucking 8 years old, bro. So
yeah, I was there, man. The rhymes was there, but like I don't know. It was super beginning stages for sure.
What were some of the things you used to rhyme about at 8 years old?
What I used to do was like, what helped me start writing was I would use a bar from a hip hop song to start off. That was my push or the base of the foundation. And then I'll just go off like rapping about, I used to rap about like, just like hip hop shit. Like I used to be like on some Rapper's Delight, trying to like sound old school, but not too old school. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to be on that. I forgot what he said in Rapper's Delight, but like I used to just super old school, bro. Like I wasn't rapping about guns and stuff like that. I was more so on some positive shit, but it was like it was super amateur.
Yeah, he was on that. My name is Messi, and I'm here to say type shit.
Yeah, my name is Tye, and I'm about to say. got that old school, like that old school shit to it. But it would rhyme. That's what I used to focus on. So I think not realizing I got better at putting substance together because I was I was anxious to get to the second bar of every bar, like to make sure it rhymed with the first one.
Right.
So as you got along, like you're obviously progressing, you're starting to move further. Now, when you started actually recording, how old were you, and like where were you at in that stage?
By the time I started recording, that was so I look at my hip hop journey like as if it was like a little kid that went from kindergarten to like 12th grade and then like fucking MBA, like Harvard and shit. So like that by that time was 8th grade. So 8th grade, I was in a program called Music One. And you guys aware of Jeffrey Osborne?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Jeffrey Osborne, he be doing like the celebrity baseball games and golf games. He be having like Chris Tucker and like Cedric the Entertainer. I think the Magic Johnson. He's a singer from out here, but his nephew, Terrell Osborne, I was in his Music One program, which again, I'm thankful. I got to thank God for creating me in this as a vessel to be a messenger, which is also short for messy. And I didn't realize I was a messenger into this program. And I was in this program where like the guy had a recording studio on the top of Davy Lopes Recreation Center. And it was like we couldn't rap about just anything. The whole point of the program was to get introduced into how music is recorded. You know, you make the beats, you record, you write it, and then you get to perform the songs that you recorded in the program at one of the recreation centers around the city. And this was like my first official show, not realizing the beginning of like when I first started. So 8th grade, I was rapping about being drug free. And like, I still remember the shit. That's the crazy part. I still remember the verse low key.
Oh, we're going to have to hit that. Oh, you know what we never did is we never played the verse because we got right into it. We got all fucking excited. And
what verse was that?
We were going to play a fucking Cypher verse that we had lined up that we already, we were going to play a little Cypher verse. But I think we should double back real quick and just play a verse so people can see, like, cause we're on that timeline right now. Well, we're a little we're a little pre-grime mode Cypher right now, but I feel like if I play the verse, people can get a little taste of like, you know, some of your starts and the climb and shit like that for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so let's do that. If you guys could mute your mics for me so that we can get the best audio quality out of this.
Yeah.
And, you want me to mute mine?
Please, yeah.
And
we all right.
Trip, before you get into there, what do you think about at the end of the show, like right before the end? Maybe we can play one of Tye's joints so everyone can see where he is now, because this was like years ago. So
yeah, I'm not on the computer, so for me to share this.
Oh,
I think was he about to play volume 13?
I think so, yeah.
Bruh, that's amazing. Like divine timing, bruh.
Yeah, see.
Before you play volume 13, this how you know that shit was super destined, bro. Like that came out when I was like 19. I just had turned 19 when we did volume 13. And Lingo dropped it on my birthday.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, wow.
October 9th, 2013 or 2012.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's kind of dope. Your 19th birthday.
Super dope, yeah.
So just because you said that, I'm not going to play that one then. I'm going to play. No, I'll play that one. All right, hold up.
Refresh my memory.
Yeah, for sure. I know you've seen this, guys. Tye posted, guys, go follow Tye Cooper on Facebook. You can find him over there at Tye Cooper, obviously. He posted a nice sentimental post about this Cypher and his thoughts and reminiscing on this Cypher too, as we shared it from the Grind Mode page and shit like that. So that was a cool post. Make sure you pop over there, follow him, give that a like as well. But without further ado.
I'm a baller on a mission, heavy hustle, my repetition, steady collecting, making depositions and heavy fixes to niggas. I call niggas bitches, I call bitches, basically niggas and bitches that are victims to that rock system. Welcome to the Cypher. Got some real niggas with 16s that'll snipe ya. The shit you hearing nowadays is not original, but we some local niggas in hip-hop quick to get rid of you. Ridicule and you'll be hospitalized in critical condition to your corpses, of course, inside of a coffin. Seen it happen too often. Niggas is out of order. Fucking with bitches that's ratchet, that's why they out of order. Real niggas stand up like they want bingo, and whether a 9 to 5, you still stack your singles. So let me do my thing, yo. I ain't lying, I have you niggas dying for trying to copy my fucking lingo.
Yeah. Yeah,
Classic.
Oh, that delivery was still on point though.
It sure was.
Oh man, that was like. I remember. Once again, I remember when I wrote that. I was like, yo. At that point, I was like, yo. I'm like, I know I'm like one of the GOATs, but like, listening back to that shit, I'm just like, damn. I remember my breathing pattern. Like, I was so early in like my breathing structure at that time, and I was like striving to get better at being able to use so many words, like in that whole. With niggas like bitches, bitches like bitches, basically niggas and bitches that are victims to the like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got better. I'm listening to that. I remember where I was at. Like I'm like, all right, I'm getting better in that the delivery. But like listening back, I could hear the breathing pattern not as like sharp as it is now. So like, yeah,
Right. But
definitely was a start.
And for that time, in that time, God, that came out in what, like
2012.
what year? 14.
2012, 2013.
2012 or 2013. That's right. So, you know, even for that time, it was still dope. But like you said, the pattern, yeah, you got a little sharper over time. As guys, you're gonna go follow. There's some links of Tye's.
I had the baby fro, if you remember.
The baby fro is what did it for me.
Yo,
I seen that. I was like, oh, we doing this one. We shooting this one. But guys, also, if you notice, that was Grimo's Cypher Volume 13. That's the original ciphers. You know, no series name, nothing. Just, you know, we shot volumes 1 through 30 right off a rip, and they were the original ciphers of the series. I think there was some topic ciphers as well mixed in with there. And then we started running with the affiliated series. But Messi, Tye got on volume 13. Johnny and I didn't, you know, become affiliated until volumes 19 and 20. So Tye's been around, guys. So.
Wow. Yeah, I remember when you guys surfaced. I remember that.
Yeah.
So a lot of those from that time, a lot of that has my fondest memories, like especially of you, where you and Lingo used to go on stage at the end of the night and freestyle like 4 bars each, and you guys would go back and forth. I used to love that shit.
Yes.
I used to wait till the end of the night just to see that. I don't know why that always caught my eye.
That's amazing.
And then the freestyles you used to do with remember Cookies and Cream?
Cookies and Cream. Yes, yeah. Zach Bass.
Yes.
And Keon.
That was also some of my fondest memories. I love
yes.
That's what's up, guys. So what Johnny's referring to is the open mics we used to hold every Sunday right in Providence, Rhode Island, the home base. And that's where Tye, Johnny, and I met. Well, Johnny and I had met prior once, but you know that's where the three of us basically met, and all through Grimo Cypher and shit like that. So great times. Yeah, it was always a great night. Messy, probably most likely fashionably late to the venue, most likely, and because I realized like I had already been here for like 30-40 minutes, and then I turn around and I'd see Tye walking in and shit, and then you know it's gonna be a great night because just you know another brother walking in the building, you know it's all family and shit. So
yes,
it was always fun times, man. Great times. Lingo eventually coming out and yelling at us to get back inside and shit like that. Anti-smoking ads, pretty much, and get inside.
Yo, so I realized that you know, it was a test, and I'm pretty sure you guys could attest to this, but like how you would know if like, so obviously there was the open mic segments, but then there was also the feature performances, right?
Right.
Now I adore everybody that has graced the grind mode presence platform, the stages, whether it was at PVD Social Club, the Dive Bar, or at fucking Simon's, bro.
Right.
Like mad love. But what really taught me if you were really not only a great artist but also a great performer is if you were doing a feature performance and everybody like walked out to like get a fucking Narragansett and to smoke and have ciphers outside, that told me a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't think nobody did it. Like, I don't think anyone did it to like make anyone feel as if like I'm only here to support who I'm here to support.
Right.
I've noticed not just there, but like in different instances, like that was like the car test.
Yeah.
The car test when you like, you know, after straight from the studio, like you mix it down, it may not be properly mixed. You go to the car just to hear how it sounds. That's what really checked me and brought me back to reality with just leaving my presence or making a presence that's felt that's known, where it's like you're not gonna want to go have a cigarette when Messy Tye is performing or freestyling. So I paid attention to that. That was definitely like one of the pros to like becoming a better musician and performer because of, you know, open mic nights on Sundays. And I used to walk there, bro. I used to walk there. Yeah. And I was one of them psychotic motherfuckers that used to walk everywhere with a headphone full of instrumentals, an iPod. And I mean instrumental galore. When I tell you I'm walking, I lived in distance from Simon's. Yeah. Even when PVD Social Club was popping, I would walk. But my walks to open mic night was like inspiring because I would be yelling out to the world. I would be yelling out to the world. My fucking freestyle game was crazy. Like only God himself was with me every step of the fucking way on Sundays. When I would go to open mic night, I'll be freestyling, and boy, when I tell you, it was Evel Knievel. Like, you would have thought I played for the Globetrotters. Like, that's how superb my freestyle game was before I got there. So by the time I got there, I was already ramped up. I was already like motivated and like I took it so serious to be at open mic night every Sunday ever since I first got there. So shout out to Lingo and shout out to Nicole too.
Yeah, big facts. Shout out Nicole in the chat. Shout out Nicole in the chat. She said she loves you too. I don't know if you saw me popping up the comments and stuff like that.
I keep seeing it. I'm trying not to.
It's
focus.
small.
I'm going back and forth because I want to be like super dilated to like the combo.
Yeah, you can always go back.
I want to I gotta give them their flowers because she reminds me every time. Like she was like, Messi, you was oozing out talent way before, and I'm like, no, you don't get it. You don't get it.
My breathing.
A lot of my motherfucking golden moments come from fucking PVD Social Club, cuz like every Sunday I used to be there faithfully. I wasn't there old enough to drink. Motherfucking Amy's in the comments. She'll tell you Amy was getting me drinks. I would even drink Amy's drinks when she wasn't looking. Like I couldn't wait I couldn't wait till I was 19. I couldn't wait till I was old enough to drink, man. I wanted a motherfucking Narragansett too.
Right.
Just to kind of give you guys like a little insight about how talented this man is. I don't know. I don't know who you were opening for. It might have been like Joey Badass or something at the PVD Social Club.
Yes.
You were like rapping, sitting on a stool. And you had the crowd in the palm of your fucking hands.
Oh, my God.
And I remember that vividly because in that moment, I was like, local motherfuckers are not fucking doing this shit. No. I was like, this kid has got so much fucking talent. It's unreal.
It's just that connection, bro. I feel it, bro. I've always like that. I can have one-on-one connection, whether it's like a group of people or just one person. So I learned over the years, open mic night specifically being like batting cages for me. You know, it didn't matter how many people showed up to the open mic. I always felt like it was my duty to perform freestyles off the top of my head or come in there with premeditated shit to rap that as if like I was called on stage by the greats to do it. And then it wasn't until that Joey Badass shit was like the first sign of like, yes, you could do this. Like you could do that. And it was like, you know, I try to open up for Stally or Smoke Dizza. I was trying to open up for Stally. It was a competition and I lost it. And like the way I felt, it was at PVD Social Club too. I felt so fucking down, and like I lost to my boy Latrell James. Shout out to Latrell James, because my boy Latrell James from Boston came in there, and like, you know, it was all love, and you know, bro's producing for J. Cole and Dreamville and like all that shit. And so I'm glad that I lost to somebody that I felt was right up to par. You know what I'm saying? And then by the Joey Badass shit, I won a competition. So it was a give and take. Like, okay, I could take an L, but I'll refer to the L as a lesson. And what I was given back was the opportunity to learn how to take the L, but also like show others that like, yo, this may look like a W, but I literally just formed this L into a W. And you wouldn't even know it, because I didn't go on Facebook and be like, yeah, motherfuckers, I did that shit. Fuck all you. You know, I watched a lot of cats do that over the years, and you know, that shit speaks for itself. But a Joey Badass show I was able to, like, you know, I felt that when Joey Badass came out, it was such a unique time with hip hop, and like that ASAP Rocky, like that was when ASAP Rocky first popped out and shit. And I was like 19, and I'm like, one of my favorite rappers just passed, which is Capital Steez. So it was the timing was divine like a motherfucker, because like I said, Capital Steez passed, and it was like, damn, man, I wonder how these guys feel. And then next thing you know, I'm opening up for these guys. And then the show was just like an alley-oop, because it was like, yo, the way that they was ready to, like, for Joey to perform, they was like damn near waiting for me to do that. And I impressed the shit out of them so much that Flatbush Zombies and Static Selector, they was all watching that shit. Pro Era too, and they were just like, yo, bro, like, who the fuck are you, dude? And I'm just like,
you were fucking sitting on a stool. Like, you were
a fucking stool.
Yeah, you were sitting on a stool. He wasn't even like, I believe at times you got up and stuff.
I got up,
But I remember vividly you sitting on a stool, and I'm looking at the crowd, and like everyone is. I was just like, damn, local motherfuckers aren't doing this. I was like, this is
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
I didn't feel local though. That's the thing,
no,
man.
Yeah.
I've never, and that's what I'm gonna be honest. I never really liked that word, yo.
I didn't mean it in a slight.
No, not you. I'm talking about in general. Like, if there was anything I've always wanted to do was like strive to become recognized and known nationally, and I never really liked the word local rapper or local artist. Like,
there's a negative connotation.
Yeah,
is it really?
Oh, there's a negative connotation around it. Yeah, because who wants to be a local rapper? That implies that you're you know what I mean? You're small, you're closed off, you're not national, you're not international, you're not even fucking statewide, you're not even out of the state, motherfucker. Like, people on your own street don't even know you, motherfucker. And that's when somebody says like, oh, I'm a local rapper, like, I feel like that's what people think, like, oh, your own next door neighbor don't even know you fucking rap. Like, oh, okay. But it's like, then there's a next level where it's like, no, we are the guys out at the shows every weekend, and we are doing this and we are doing that. And those are guys who take pride in being a local rapper and shit like that. Then there's other guys who are even more like us, who take their talents and they go around from city to city and from state to state, and they say, check out what I can do. And you receive praise everywhere you go, because that's what it is.
Absolutely.
Because
I've always felt like I can understand it. I've always understood, like, you know, the term, but like, I always, in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, I definitely see myself as more global than local. So I always, everywhere I went, whether it was locally or somewhere that most would like deem as like the place to be or the room to be in, I always carried myself with a global presence, and the same presence that I feel like I've been connected to presenting long before Sunday Night Mics, and even since third grade, you know what I'm saying? And I still feel the same. I still feel the same way I did when I came up with the name, or not came up with the name, but adopted the name Messy Tye. I remember what I said when I first went, like 17, I'm like, yo, there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna be called by my first name or by my first and last name. Like, I don't mind being called that.
Right.
But for now, I'm gonna lay down the foundation as Messy Tye, and I didn't realize that I put my head down, brothers, and like, you know, 5 to like 7, 8 years go by, 9 years, and then it's like, oh shit, I'm about to be 30 years old. But like that shit, the local artists, like my mom used to call me that. My mom would make posts on Facebook. She says, my son, she would talk about how I got a brother that plays professional football in this like Canadian Football League. And like she'll be like, yeah, my sons are all doing great things. I got a son that's in the CFL. I got a local artist, superstar, some shit. I'm like, oh, like, wow. I'm like, but I never told her, please. I'm like, I never told her, like, can you not say that?
Yeah.
But you know what changed her mind? The Rakim show. I opened up for Rakim and KRS-One and fucking Capadonna and fucking Prodigy. And all of this goes back to fucking Lingo. And I also got to show love to Keynote Company. Richard Colley fucking ear, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Super thankful, bro, because all those big name shows came from being at open mic every fucking Sunday night.
Exactly. Yep. Big time.
So my mom see me do the show at Rakim. I even introduced her to him. We got the picture. He's like, I salute you. God rest my stepfather's my stepfather, so he died recently, but he was there at the Rakim show. And just the look they had on their face. The look they had on their face when we me and Peter Piffin did that show.
Shout out Piffin. Yeah.
We didn't even just open up, but we was hosting it too. So it was like, damn, bro, like I got my mom's in here off the strength. And this was at Simon's at the time, by the way, the outside stages and shit. But yeah, bro, like when I got Rakim's blessing and my mom was right there to witness it, you know, the same mom that was playing Check My Melody and shit on the way to school in the back seat, you know what I'm saying? Elementary school, I'm listening to that. And then now I'm old enough to drink, but I'm like, damn, I'm opening up for Rakim, like my mom, like, and it felt regular. It didn't feel like, damn, it got to be this big moment. Like, I got to have 1 million followers, and Rakim's going to be the one to sworn me as one of the greatest rappers. It wasn't like that. And it was, you know, it was super regular. And after that, my mom was like, all right, Tye, so who you opening up for next?
Yeah.
I was like, come on. What about that local rapper shit? What about that?
Yeah. Well, you were the right person in the right place. So it seemed natural, and it is natural because you have the given talent that you've been working on since you were 8 years old. And that's another thing too. Like I just said, he has given talent that he has been working on since he was 8 years old. 8,
bro. Every day.
Right.
Every year since 3rd grade, I've never stopped rapping. There's guys that I met along the way, and even during grind mode, that shared with me was, yo, man, I don't even want to rap anymore, man. I think I got one more Cypher or one more this or one more in me to, and then I'm just like, God bless you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the same guys I'm thinking about, they were just like, man, you got it, bro. Like, just keep going. And I always took that word, keep going. And I always held the word keep going at the same capacity as local artists. Like, okay, I'm going to keep going.
Right.
Because I don't want to, you know, stay in the same place. I want to grow. I don't want to be a local artist forever. I want to be global. So me hearing the words, yo, just keep going, bro. Never like let anybody like tell you that what you're doing is not the way. And I'd be like, okay.
Right.
And I know what way they're talking about.
Yeah.
And it seems so fucking regular. Like for the life of me, like at this point, I'm looking at this shit, gentlemen, like, wow, it's not even what I thought it was. Like, you know, when we get down to the line of the major feature, it was just like, that's how it happened.
Right.
Like this is how it was. Like, okay, but yeah, that shit.
So let's build off that. So now you know you got introduced to grind mode Cypher and stuff like that. You appeared on volume 13 and a couple at least one other Cypher after that. How many have you been on?
Just 2.
Right. So you've been on the 2, and then you know you progressed from doing the open mics and stuff, and obviously grind mode. We linked up with Richard Collier, and we
his shows was crazy over there, bro.
Oh
like, the grind mode and Richard Collier's shows where he was just bringing artists to come through and like, you know, pay to play. Who cares? I get it. Nobody wants to play to play, but
that's what we did.
I did it. I learned.
Yeah, that's what we all did.
We all did it, and
we all did
those big name shows, like we open up for a lot of the forefathers of hip hop, man.
For sure.
In 2014, 2015, looking back at it now, it's like, damn, I opened up for Rakim, Slick Rick, KRS, Juicy J, damn, Capadonna, Oh,
R.I.P.
wow.
Prodigy. Yep.
Prodigy,
R.I.P. Black
Prodigy.
Rob. Yeah.
Yeah. It was it. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Good times. Good fucking times.
Amazing.
But I do want to. I think we're gonna have to skip rapid fire tonight because there's other shit I want to get into, and we already quoted at 9 o'clock and shit like that. So we might have to skip rapid, Johnny. How do you feel about that?
Hey.
I mean, like, if it's only 2 minutes, but it's up to you. It's up to you.
It is only 2 minutes. Tye, you wanna fuck around with some rapid fire questions?
Sure. I'm looking at the comments. I just want to say I love all you guys.
Yeah, big facts. I want to shout out Existence too. Existence.
Oh, I was about to say that MSP energy drink in the motherfucking house.
Yeah, it's my girl.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Yo, MSP energy drink was the motherfucking sponsorship, I feel like, for Sunday Night Mics. Was it not?
Yeah, you had to be popping though. You had to be popping though.
You had to be popping to get your hands on an MSP, my friends. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jennifer, sweetest person, one of the sweetest people I've ever met over here. That's a lot to do with that. And Wayne too. Shout out to Wayne.
Yeah, Kelsey and Wayne too. Yeah. Big good shit. Yo, yeah, those were the days, man. Those were the days.
Brawlers, hell yeah.
But Johnny, what do you think? Could you set up a 2-minute timer for me since I can't do the thing?
I'll set it up on my phone because I can't.
All right, cool.
My screen. But we gotta do the official though.
Oh, okay. We'll introduce it. Yes. Welcome to Rapid Fire, brought to you by Brawlers Inc. Clothing. Hop on brawlersinclothing.com. Grab you a fresh T-shirt today. All right, Johnny. Without further ado, let me know when you set this 2-minute timer, and we're gonna bombard Tye with some either/or questions.
All right, ready, go.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Jay-Z.
50 a game.
Fuck. 50.
Daytime or nighttime?
Nighttime. My fault, guys.
Your favorite brand of cereal.
Say that again?
Your favorite brand of cereal.
Ooh.
Reese's Puff.
Listen to music or make music?
Make music.
What's your favorite part of making music?
Finding the melody.
Let's see. Win the lottery or work your dream job?
Work my dream job.
Dream collab.
Tye Cooper and Marsha Ambrosius.
I'm gonna have to Google. I gotta Google that after this.
Marsha is from Flowetry.
Okay. J. Cole or Kendrick?
Kendrick.
Favorite track off the Get Rich or Die Trying album?
Get Rich or Die Trying album was
50 Cent.
I'd love to poop that. I'd love to shoot that. I'd love to do that, but you don't hear me go. Woo!
Oh shit. East Coast hip hop or West Coast hip hop?
Radio Los Santos.
Yeah.
I'm an East Coast, but I'm a West Coast motherfucker.
Mario or Luigi?
Mario.
Bad Boy or Rockefeller?
Rockefeller.
Snapbacks or fitted?
Snapbacks.
No Limit or Rockefeller?
No Limit.
No Limit or Cash Money?
No Limit is. Oh yeah, true. Oh, and unfortunately, that has been 2 minutes. Tye, thank you for participating in Rapid Fire, brought to you by Brawlers Inc. Clothing.
Yo.
Yeah, man. That was fast.
Yo, what up, Joe?
Yeah, shout out Joe Brawler, the legend, man.
My guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't Joe sound like the guy from Family Guy in a wheelchair?
We're gonna have to let him come
Joe
on.
Talk?
Yeah, we're gonna have to let him come on and tell it because
he knows. I tell him all the time.
I did notice.
Man, not messy, man. I don't sound like that guy. I'm like, you do.
you got the Cypher with the Joe Brawler, the infamous Joe Brawler, standing right in front like he used to do for all the Cyphers.
Love it. Ready to fucking put in fucking what you call it? The knuckle shits.
Brass knuckles.
Some brass knuckles gang.
For sure.
He's ready to break somebody the fuck down.
All right, Messy man. So you know, you started rocking with Grandma Cypher. You started doing these big name opening shows. Your mom no longer will call you a local artist ever
Nope.
again. She was looking forward to which big artist you're opening for next. And
Yeah.
you spoke briefly earlier about the Cultivators Cup, which is when we originally sparked the idea to bring you on this show.
Yes.
And that's when we kind of rekindled our friendship and stuff, was at the Cup, and we got to talk, and then later again at the T-Rad show, Thomas Radley. And then,
Yes.
you know, but what I wanted to say was, you did the Cup, you did the Cultivator Cup, you did, you know, some things. You got the opportunity to hook up with Benny the Butcher out there. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes. So I'll say that now, Tye Cooper is, at this point, he's now signed to a independent record label called Silent Reminder Entertainment.
Dope.
I want to say shout out to Dan Murphy, a very good friend of mine, and also manager and financial advisor. He came into the situation in 2019, just to give you guys understanding of how the Benny Butcher feature was accommodated. Dan Murphy has a lot to do with that, and a good friend of mine, Dan Murphy, is like he's like a black guy, but in a white guy's body.
Huh.
Yeah.
I cannot relate to that at all.
He's black as fuck, but he's white. But he's white, but he's cool as shit. He's the man. Very, very great guy. And he was in the banking, and I got a very great person on beside me who genuinely cares about your friend Messy Tye, but also Tye Cooper, the person and creative, and is took the liberty of financially investing in him as an entirety. So by the time we did Cultivators Cup, excuse me.
Correct.
Shout out to the pharmacist, because
Correct.
I was doing shows regularly at THC in Wakefield, and then I revamped to get my own rehearsal space, sorta, and then we rekindled our vibrations with the opening up for Method Man and I was supposed to open up for Method Man and Redman, but something happened, and then the full circle shit happened to where it was like, yo, instead of the Method Man or Redman, he ends up doing Busta Rhymes and Bone Thugs, and he put me on that. And we just so happened to be doing the same Busta Rhymes night and Bone Thugs, and that was so full circle then, because it was like to go from where we started at PVD Social Club to like performing on that amazing fucking stage in Worcester. It might have been early in the day, and it was like, you know, same, like there may not be that much people, but it's like I feel like we're so immune to just like having an audience, regardless of the small or large portion of having a crowd, that it was just so able to like do. And we had like 30 minutes, maybe more, 30-minute set. So that was even like a challenge, because I remember I did that. I was on fucking shrooms, and that was the first time I really like did shrooms while performing, and that shit was super helpful for me. But it was good to see you guys, the whole fam that came out, the Grind Mode family. I remember the backstage the passes that we were given, the artist passes. We were able to use that even for the next day. So
no shit.
So after we did the Busta Rhymes show that Saturday, a good friend of mine, Stu, I had rented she rented a what's that, spider shit. She rented the spider, so that's what we drove out there for the Busta Rhymes concert. We still had it for a whole nother 24 hours. So we were like, let's go to the fucking Conway and Benny shit. We drove back up there 6 cars deep, and a lot of us still had our badges. So we was able to go backstage and all that extra shit as if we was performing. So nothing changed.
That's dope.
We stuck around till Benny performed Conway, and Dan Murphy, once again, I don't know where he was doing at some point, but he was obviously, I guess he was chopping it up with like Benny's manager and the people that they came with. And I had a show that night or hosting at this club in Providence called Ibiza. So my plan that night was to watch these guys perform and then, you know, head back in the Spider to Ibiza to host. And my voice was like fucked up from the night before, so I couldn't even perform if I wanted to. So I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, damn, how am I gonna do this hosting if I can't scream as much as I want to? So it was one of those moments in the career or the journey where it was like, damn, you know, it's like you got a big show and you like your voice, you get strep throat out of nowhere, and it's like, damn, how are we gonna do this? Like, that was the vibrations. And then Dan pulled me aside and was like, yo, how do you feel about getting in the studio right now with Benny? And I'm like, what you mean? He says, right now, you have the opportunity to get in the studio with Benny the Butcher. And I'm like, right now. And that was it. It was like, for the fact that Dan was sold on it, I was like, you know what? We're doing that. So next thing you know, I'm like, my heart's just pounding, like racing. Like I felt like a little kid again. But it was like, oh shit, this is it. Like, this is it. Cause it was like I met Conway before that when Dan pulled me to the side. So it was like he gave me this look that was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I fucked with you. And it was like, it didn't even have to be oh, this is Tye. He's been rapping this long. Like, you be thinking that you got to give these motherfuckers an introduction just so that it could be neutral on both sides. But it's like, nah, I think if you just have like that opportunity where like you can meet somebody or be in the same presence as people you look up to, like if you just give off good energy, they'll sense that shit.
100%.
And me and Dan, there was a studio around the corner from where Cultivators Cup was in Worcester. So I pretty much had a bunch of my friends, and a few of them I see Gene Flex, which is Big Haiti. Shout out to Big Haiti. Big Haiti's in the comment, and he was there, so he'll tell you. A lot of my friends was waiting for me to give them the signal to go back to Providence, but I had to pretty much now put them on game to like, yo, I'm about to do a song with Benny the Butcher. I had a record that was specifically, look how God works now, folks. I had a record that was specifically for Busta Rhymes.
Wow.
The record that you hear Benny the Butcher on was supposed to be for Busta Rhymes. And this had nothing to do with the fact that he was doing the Cultivators Cup. Ben was planning on getting Busta Rhymes on a record. And it didn't happen the night we opened up for him because he just seemed like he was a little bit like just passive. He was just like, So I didn't like, I sensed that and was like, all right, we can't force that. But I made I made a list. I made a list and I wrote down all the people that I want to do features with, and I presented it to Dan. And we just hit the ground running, and we didn't just like, all right, let's put a song aside for this. I bought a beat. We bought a beat. We bought 2 beats actually from A-Rab Music. He came to my rehearsal space. Shout out to A-Rab. He came to my rehearsal space. He played 2 beats for me. One of them was something that Fab was trying to get his hands on, but I ended up just buying it from him before Fab could do anything. So that's a good hip hop moment right there.
Fab mad at you.
You know what I'm saying?
Best move on Fab. All right.
Yeah, hell yeah. I stole a beat from Fab, and I was like, yo, who would be perfect for this? I said, yo, Busta Rhymes would walk on this shit. So my publicist is this guy named Nick Storm, who has a lot to do with the Hypnotic drink. You know the drink Hypnotic?
Oh yeah.
So my publicist is a guy that made that drink up.
Oh, that's wild.
Created the Incredible Hulk drink.
Yeah, I watched you drink it in your video that I just watched the other day.
Yeah, this because of Nick Storm. So
that's dope.
We was trying to get the Busta Rhymes collab because Nick Storm knows a lot of these guys too. But it didn't happen. So the night of the second night of the Cultivators Cup, Benny the Butcher in the studio, I'm like, you know what? I already recorded my verse for this shit that I had Busta Rhymes on, and I left it open purposely for someone to get on it.
That's wild.
So what I did was, like a smooth motherfucker, I walked in there with a record already prepared for Benny. I didn't even have to rap because remember my voice was fucked up. So I'm like, damn. At first I'm like, I gotta rap. Damn, all right, cool. But then I was like, nah, I got this one record that's put aside, and all the BSF guys were there. And then a lot of my friends start pulling up. I made it real intimate, and it was like, yo, this is it.
That's dope.
This was it. And Benny was looking at me like, he was like, what you got going on? I said, I got a hosting back home, but you know, obviously this is more important. And he looked at me and he was like, he says, my nigga, you made the best decision of your life, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know.
Sure did. Yeah.
The whole time I was like super silent, and like this was the first time I seen certain friends of mine around me that are like my brothers that really stepped up and was like, Tye, I know what this means to you. Is there anything that I could do for you? Is there anything that I could like water, a drink? One of the guys, OT, do you guys know OT the Real?
Oh yeah.
He was there. I met that guy that night.
Oh no shit.
Yup.
Yeah, he's been on the Grind Mode Cypher. He's been on the Grind Mode Cypher.
There. He was on the Grind Mode Cypher?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that, so I'm bugging.
Yeah.
So he was there. He's super cool dude. Like he ordered food for everybody, and it wasn't the recording session wasn't in like a like big ass studio. Nigga, it was in some kind of fucking shopping plaza that reminds me of some spot in Pawtucket.
Right.
Once again, it's like, this is it? Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is it? Yeah. And bro was so natural, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was like showing love, and they was loving Dan. They was fucking with Dan. Dan was making them laugh. You know, Dan's a goofy dude, real comedic and shit. And like he was just making them laugh. So I was super happy with how they was taking Dan in and
just vibing.
You know, I got bro at a very good price. Let's just say bro's charging 25,000, 30,000 for a verse.
Oh.
I will say, and I'll share with you guys, I got him down to a good 8.
Wow. I was gonna say 10. Wow.
It ended up being 10.
Yeah.
Verse. That's just the verse. We're not talking about visual.
Wow.
The visual was a whole nother 10 on top of that.
I believe it.
So it wasn't like, nah. It was.
But you did the verse in person, which a lot of artists don't get to do these days. Yeah. Then you did the visual still for less than what he would charge a head for a verse, most likely. And they wouldn't even get to meet him or interact with him or catch the vibe or anything.
Yeah. Now we forced that because they was super on their business shit, and like this was like me and Dan's first time like doing something major. So, bro, when I tell you we did that verse, I was quiet. Benny knocked that shit out 2 takes. You know what I'm saying? I was in tears.
I believe
when he said my name in the beginning of the shit, like
right.
I was like, I lost it, bro. But nobody knew I was crying, but I was crying, bro. Like tears of fucking joy. Like, wow. Like I've been listening to this guy since he really started popping on like Shade 45 and like the Al Lindstrom freestyle. So I was like, yo, this is my guy right here. Right. And I'm like, the fact that I was able to do a record with him and he embraced me like I already was established, it was super like, yo, this is it. Because obviously I wasn't no regular motherfucker coughing up 8 to 10 right there. Right on the spot.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Cough it up.
Yeah. And so guys,
it took my business sense is like bigger now because I'm like, oh, they take you serious when you cough it up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They act cordial when you cough it up, and vice versa.
Yes,
people 100%. Act cordial with you when they're coughing. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, money makes the world go round.
They thought it was Nas.
Wow.
They thought it was Nas on that record. They thought I was Nas, and Benny was doing a feature for Nas.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then they realized it was me sitting right there, quiet as ever, and they're just like, oh, that's this motherfucker right here.
Oh, it's you. Yeah.
And it was just like, I knew that motherfucker was quiet for some reason. I knew he was quiet. It was dramatic. It was like even Benny was like, yeah, that motherfucker smoked that shit, man. And I watched him. He played the shit. He didn't just give me a premeditated verse. He sat down and he wrote that shit in front of me. And then he walked off and was just like rapping it to himself. And then I told him the meaning of it. My girlfriend passed away 2021. On Mother's Day, or the day before Mother's Day. And like I put her voice in the beginning of that. So that's why the video starts off at the graveyard, because it's her voice in the beginning.
Oh, dope. I do hear the voice in the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my girl Jasmine.
Oh, damn, R.I.P. Jasmine.
All right.
Yeah, Jasmine, she was amazing.
Messi, or Tye rather, would you want to tell the people where they can find this video that we're speaking about and stuff like that?
Yeah, so I got this record with Benny the Butcher. It's titled Golden Globes. It's on YouTube. It's gonna be on BT and Revolt and all that shit. But like, I'm just, but like, it's on YouTube. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on Apple Music and all the other digital streaming platforms. Yeah, it's my first major feature with an artist that I actually appreciate and that has taught me so much, and I feel like I've gotten even better since that collab. So
it's super dope, bro.
I definitely want to say congratulations for everything that you've all the blessings that you've had recently, and continue. Like we were talking about earlier, keep going, right?
Yes, bro. Like I don't even know. It's like when you really think about it, like going where?
Right.
Where are we going?
We're going there, bro. It's
Just
all
keep
about the
going
journey.
there.
It's all about the journey, bro.
It could be anywhere.
But I'm everywhere. We can go anywhere and we can go everywhere at the same time.
Only place I feel like to go at this point is up.
That's it.
So
That's it.
I'm gonna keep going up, and
All right.
that's all.
So Trip, I feel like you're trying to get ready to end the show, but we gotta hit him with the table question.
Okay.
Shit.
Everyone gets the table question.
Okay.
I want to read the comments. I'm listening.
All right, Johnny, take the table question.
All right. So you're at a restaurant. At your table, there's 6 chairs. Obviously, you're sitting at one of those chairs. At the other 5 is anyone from any walk of life. Could be like a fictional person from a movie, or just like a person from, like I said, dead or alive. It doesn't matter.
Could be Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, who's at that table with you that you want to chop it up with over dinner?
All right, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
So
you gonna make this man?
I know. I was catching up with the comments. I'm sorry.
You all right?
So you're at a restaurant of your choice. There's 6 chairs at the table. You're sitting at one of those chairs. At the other 5 is anyone from any walk of life. Could be non-fictional, fictional character. Could be a person from a movie that they're portraying. Could be a cartoon character. Who are those 5 people at that table with you that you want to chop it up with?
Okay. We're gonna have to start off with. I need Richard Pryor at that table.
Oh shit! This is where we're going.
Yeah. Need Richard Pryor at that table. I'm also gonna want my boy Dave Chappelle there. He's gonna have to wear the same costume he had on in Half Baked, that Thurgood Jenkins janitor shit.
Yeah, you mean custodian?
Yeah. Well, he's a master of the custodial arts.
Yeah, exactly.
Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle. Also, I see Jay-Z there.
Ooh.
Yes. I see Jay-Z. I also see Jim Carrey.
Ooh, different.
I see Jim Carrey, and I also see who would make that table from that crowd. Who would make that shit spicy from there? And Queen Latifah.
Wow.
Is that 5 people?
Yeah, that was 5.
Yeah.
Any reason in particular you chose those 5?
I was just thinking of also just off the top of my head, because I think if you would have asked me that question maybe like yesterday and I would have had time to write down, I would have been really specific. But like those 5 people come to my mind because like I feel like I wanted to like put a girl in there too earlier, but I'm like, let me just get the guys off. But like Richard Pryor, a lot of my like nuances and like mannerisms I've learned over the years for being like comedic myself. Like I learned a lot from him without even realizing it. And he wasn't like my favorite comedian at all. Like I always looked at him like what was so funny about this motherfucker? Like, I didn't really find him funny, even when he was in The Wiz. I didn't understand why he was in it. Like,
I
but
thought he
then
was hilarious. I thought him and
it
Gene
took
Wilder
me.
together. Him and
It
Gene
took me a
Wilder
long
together.
time.
Yeah.
That's because you're older, Trip. Like you,
Yeah.
like, you understand more of his jokes. He's like,
Oh, we doing it like that?
I had to go back until like I watched this video of when he got heckled, and I remember how he handled himself getting heckled, like off the top, like freestyling, and he served the motherfucker like a good 2 to 3 good times, and I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker here, like, and then I went back and I started like where his Transylvania about Dracula joke and shit, like, you know what I'm saying, and the Mudbone shit. And I'm like, oh yes, okay, that's why he's everybody's favorite. So yeah, Dave Chappelle is like, I feel like me and Dave Chappelle are like the same person. He's just older. But I rap, but he doesn't know how to. But he, like, I don't know, we're just like the same person. And then like Jay-Z, like, I don't know, I see Jay-Z in my future. I don't know why. I do know why. Music has a lot to do with it, but like I see a very, very unique relationship outside of music with Jay-Z for some reason.
Let's go.
well, he's like a business mogul, so
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Queen Latifah. I love Queen Latifah, man. I really do. She's like also on my little dream collab. I mean, she probably doesn't even have to rap or want to rap, but like she's my favorite female rapper on top of that female rapper list. So I can see myself having a very dope conversation at in that kind of a setting with a Queen Latifah. I think we would have a very meaningful conversation.
And cop a feature probably.
Yeah, it'll be in there.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. What about Queen Latifah, Young Hove, and fucking Tye Cooper on a joint? That'd be fire.
Yeah.
Maybe Latifah's doing a hook or something, and you and Hove just.
I see like some kind of like visual interpretation, some kind of like a script, like you know, like where it's like ties with, like somehow, some way you just see me on camera with these two people, and it's just like,
right,
wow, like there's a reason why, like there's some kind of scripted reason why, but it's like fucking Tye, like with Jay-Z and like Queen Latifah. I always knew it. I knew that motherfucker, but it's like word, like.
But it's just regular.
I feel like that shit would be so regular. Like it wouldn't be like that.
Yeah. What was I gonna say too? Now, what about Jim Carrey? Now you picking Jim Carrey because of all. What about Jim Carrey because of his enlightenment and shit, or because of his comedy?
Both. I think I would have a dope, enlightened conversation with him on a unique level, regardless if he was at that table with them at the same time or not. Right. I attribute The Cable Guy.
Yeah,
that's my fucking favorite movie from him. Besides Ace Ventura and Bruce Almighty, The Cable Guy, that's my shit right there, bro. He really acted like a fucking fool. So like we're like the same person too. I feel like that's a person that I would call up on FaceTime and shit and just be like, yo, James, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just some regular shit. Like, no, oh, yo, I got Jim Carrey's number. Nah, I got Jim Carrey's number because me and Jim Carrey are the same fucking person.
Thanks. Instead of, hey, it's Cable Guy, you could be like, hey, it's me, Tye. Or, hey,
I would fuck him up.
Tye.
I would have called him. I would have hit him with the it's Chip Douglas. So that nigga, I'm Chip Douglas.
Thanks. Chip and Jim. So who's paying for the bill at the dinner?
Oh damn! Can I get an honorable mention of who would be at that table because she's paying for it?
I mean, it's up to John. It's his question. So.
Honorable mention because she's paying for
it. All right, who is it?
Oprah. Oprah. A lot of people don't know I'm the male version of Oprah.
You and Oprah are the same person.
We're the same fucking person. We're the same person. I'm thinking of more people who could be at that table. Like Spike Lee just came to my mind, but like, nah, Oprah deserves to be at that table as well because not only is she gonna pay for it, but bro, just imagine the level of enlightenment with all those people at that table.
Yeah,
past or present.
A lot of tips.
Oprah's paying for the bill.
Yeah, she's gonna give you guys more than what you asked for. Like, you get an appetizer, you get a fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get a guest house. You get a guest
Yeah, that's
house.
what I'm thinking too. You might have a fucking Ferrari waiting outside for you. Oh no,
Yeah.
you're not taking your old car home. You get a Ferrari. You get a Ferrari. Okay.
Well, in the words of Dave Chappelle Stedman, if you fuck this up for me,
Yeah. Nah, we're just gonna keep visualizing and keep heading
we're
upwards.
gonna
And
bring it
shit
to
like
life,
that.
man. So don't be surprised when I have that Oprah interview on OWN TV.
Yo, I'll try to be in the guest audience. So don't try me, bro. I'll be there supporting. You know me.
Absolutely.
Real shit.
I'll be there supporting, bro. But anyways, man, I do have some links, guys, of Tye Cooper's in the description of this video. If when this is over, you guys, it has his Instagram link, his YouTube channel, his Facebook page, and shit like that. He also told you where you can find his music, you know, the new video and single with Benny that's out is on YouTube as well as streaming platforms. And Messi, you want to tell the people like what you got coming up next, or any shout outs or anything like that before we get out of here for the night?
I want to say shout out to you guys for the Behind the Grind interview. This was like super fun. I was on the grind and I didn't even leave. I said, you know what, I'm gonna go in the conference room. And I felt like the conference room just like ain't a soul in here. And it's like, oh, I could be as loud as I want.
That's dope.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I
Comment.
want to say shout out to Silent Reminder Entertainment. Shout out to Providence, Rhode Island. I'm gonna be traveling and doing a lot more high collaboration, so to speak, or major collaborations, and I want to get more into filming and just like, instead of just putting out music videos, just putting out really like fucking masterpieces, like shit that's gonna make you think, and even mind-bending shit that you wouldn't even think that I was even capable of, like,
that's dope,
showcasing.
I know you are capable of it, bro. Before you go any further.
I love film, bro. Like, I love music. You guys know me for music, but like I am the Spike Lee fellas. Like, your friend is Spike Lee from Providence.
Yeah.
And you don't have no idea. It's like, bro, I feel like I'm gonna be able to fucking make a movie or several movies. Like,
you and Spike Lee are the same person.
Yeah.
Same person.
You and film are the same person.
It's like there's a somebody for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I definitely see myself getting more involved in film by the grace of God. I have this like a Netflix partnership, just getting involved with the sync licensing part of the musical industry and adapting into that. I'm working on some more music, and merch, and gonna be traveling more too. I'm gonna be at South by Southwest this year, I believe.
Nice. We'll see you down there.
Oh yeah, I'll be down there on the hip hop since 1987. That's my people's.
Okay, word.
Yeah, so
nice.
I'm be moving around relatively this year. More features, more just content, and of like, at this point it's like most people I've noticed, or I get the notion of like, I want to like, all right, let me show people what I used to do now, back then, and then like speed it up to now. I just feel like I don't have to do that. I could just focus solely on making more content on like YouTube and just in general, and just building my social media platform. And like, I just want to get more into like the filming and shit, because music is my passion and shit, but I really love film. And I want to like just, get more involved. You might see me in some like extra shit like on Netflix or Hulu, because I've been getting more tapped in with like casting agencies and shit. So
dope, bro.
I want to get more.
I was gonna say you need a fucking extra for any of your music videos you're gonna be shooting. Holler at your boy.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Would love to get a cameo.
Yeah, bro. And the cameos I'm thinking of giving you guys, it's like scripted. Like, you guys pop in at the right time. You Trip popping in looking like motherfucking CM Punk and shit. Imagine you just popping motherfuckers thinking like, yo, this nigga Tye got CM Punk. I'm like, nah, that's my boy Trip. You don't know.
Bro, I ain't wearing the tights, so I'll put on the tights.
Yeah.
I'll put on the tights, bro.
if you had longer hair, bro, I swear you would pass as that, bro.
Yeah, I miss those days, man. The hair days, those were good days.
No
Like,
bullshit, but that's
are
really
you talking like comb over CM Punk or like?
Yeah, we can go.
Oh no, I'm talking. He's CM Punk with the long hair, but he just has short hair. He just has the face.
Yeah. Me and CM Punk, we have the same father, so you know.
Hey, in other words, you and CM Punk are the same person.
Bro, but how did I not think of that, bro? We've been lining it up the whole show, bro, and I dropped the ball on that one. Man, because me and CM Punk, bro.
I was gonna say it in the beginning, but you know what? See how that played out?
Same person, bro.
Same person.
Yo, much love, bro, for coming on the show, man. We really appreciate it. Yeah, man. We actually got you mentioned Peter Piffin. We actually got him coming on next, so it's gonna be dope too.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah. So we run bi-weekly, so he'll be on here in a couple of weeks, and that'll be dope to check out too. But yeah, man, always a pleasure. What else was I gonna say? Oh, final question. When's Messi gonna get on another Grimo Cypher?
I seen that comment in there.
Yeah, I seen it too.
You know, now that we had this, I like to like follow according to divine timing and shit. So like now that we had this behind the grind, behind the music vibration, I think now would be the time to start manifesting that.
Yeah.
Just I like that. Not just shits and giggles, but just for the full circle aspect of things.
I like that. You want to know what else is cool too? Is that you already just said that you were going to be down at South by this year. So, you know,
I'm pretty sure y'all gonna shoot a fucking grind mode.
Yeah.
And South by. You know.
So how cool would that be?
Divine fucking timing.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. But all right, guys, any final words from anybody or what?
Like I said, I just want to say congratulations for everything again. Thank you for everyone in the chat for kicking it with us. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us as well. My wife texted me. She said she wanted to say what's up to you as well.
Oh, what up?
Yeah, thanks for kicking it with us. It was a good time reminiscing on shit as well. So absolutely.
Yeah, for sure, man. Good times. Yeah, one of my favorite ones yet. We got to rekindle on some old memories and talk about a lot of big shit you got going on. So I enjoyed this episode a lot as well, man. And like Johnny said, man, thanks for taking the time out of your night and shit like that, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to go have a drink or 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, there you go, bro. We'll link up soon. I'm sure I'll see you out on the scene at some point. If not, South by Southwest is right around the corner also. So you know, we'll stay in touch throughout the summer and just keep each other updated on the moves and shit like that.
Likewise.
Word, bro. Guys, one more time, please, after this show, go check out Tye Cooper's YouTube. It is the Tye Cooper Show on YouTube.
Follow me on Instagram if you really want to like get a good frequency throughout the day from me at the Tye Cooper Show.
Yeah, he posts a lot of content on the Tye Cooper Show on IG as well. Go give him a follow over there. All the links are in the description of this video, guys, and check out the homie. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna get the fuck out of here.
This was Ben Volume 56. I'm Johnny Concepts.
I am Trip B. You already stole my thunder.
And this is Tye Cooper.
I was gonna say this is the same person.
All right, yo. Peace.
Take care, man. Thank you.